Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everybody. Today we will make revision about module 2, Traveler 4, module 2. On this module we took this grammar, clauses of reason, and clauses of concision and clauses of purpose. So the first one, a clause of reason, we use express the reason for something. They are introduced with because, as, and since. For example, I tiptoed into the living room as I didn't want to disturb my grandfather. So, to express, we can also use because of due to plus ing form or noun or the fact plus that clause. But a clause of concision, we use a clause of concision to express contrast or to the main clause, although or even though, plus subject plus verb. This is our form in clauses of concision. Although or even though he was starving, he didn't take any of the food they offered him. In spite of or despite of. Despite plus or in spite of plus noun ing form. Despite the heavy rain, it was very hot. In spite of feeling afraid, Jim went on the roller coaster. And the last thing we have clauses of purpose. Clauses of purpose are introduced with so that plus modal verb can, may, will, could, might, would, plus not, That's not plus the past form. For example, we will call him so that he will be informed about this as well. And so as not to, in order not to, plus past form. So we have in here, so as not to, or in order not to, in order or in order not, You can use it affirmative or you can use it like negative, plus past form. The burglar wore gloves so as not to leave any fingerprints. Now we will go to our examples. Complete the sentence. Space the heavy rain, the pilot landed the plane safely. Excellent. In spite of. In spite of. Yes. Number 2. Read it. Try to read it and try to answer for it. I was tired. I couldn't sleep last night. I couldn't sleep last night. Exactly. We used in here even though. Even though like in spite of, okay? But even though we use it with subject. Yes, look in here. Even though subject and verb. Subject and verb. But in spite of, we use it with in spite of, with noun or gerund. Heavy rain. This is noun. Or maybe we can use it with the ing form. Okay? And we can use in spite of, even though, when to express an idea which is in contrast with the idea expressed in the main clause. Okay, number 3. Space, he works long hours. He doesn't earn enough money. Again, space, he works long hours. He doesn't earn enough money. Exactly. Even though. Why? Because I use it to express an idea which is in contrast with the idea expressed in the main clause. Number 4. A small problem with my passport. I didn't fly last week. space a small problem with my passport. I didn't fly last week. Yes, nice. Because of. Because of. Because of. Why we use it here? Because of. Not because. Because I use because of plus noun. I have in here noun or ing form. But if I will use because, it must be after because subject. Because I, because he, because she, any subject and plus verb. So I didn't have subject here, but I have noun, problem noun, or small problem, this is noun. So I will use because of or do to. You can use do to. Okay? Okay, why I use because of? I use because of to express the reason why something happens. This is the reason why, why something happens. A small problem with my passport. I didn't fly last week, so I use in here because of. Number 5. We kept walking space the heat. We kept walking space the heat. Excellent. Despite. Despite. Why we use in here despite? Despite, like, in spite of, you know? Despite, like, in spite of, to express an idea which is in contrast with the idea expressed in the main clause. And despite, after despite, it must be noun or ing form. Okay. Now we will go to the vocab on this unit, some vocab from this unit. We have in here exercise about vocabulary. Number 1. Here is your change and your spacer. Yes, and your receipt. Number 2. We have some time before we pass through space control. Let's have a look at the duty-free shops. Yes, excellent. Passport. We have some time before we pass through passport control. Passport control. Number 3. Good morning. I'd like to space, please. I've got a reservation for a double room. I have reservation, you know. So, good morning. I would like to, please. To what? To, yes. I have to check in. I have got a reservation for check in, the opposite of check out. Excellent. Number 4. I'm afraid I can't pay in space. I never have a lot of money on me. I'm afraid I can't pay in cash. I never have a lot of money. Number 5. I got this fridge at a 30%. 30% what? Yes, exactly. This discount. 30% discount. Okay, everybody. Now we finish our revision. Thank you.